How do you like the new character? You haven't watched this show, so because we were gonna do the Chinibyo review, but then some crap happened with the script, and then I didn't want to do it, and then it disappeared. So then, because
well, guess
viruses
what?
And
I don't care. Guess what? I watched this show yesterday, and since I was supposed to be in the next review, I'm gonna be in this one.
Okay, fine then. Just grab a chair. Just don't kill anyone on the way over there.
So many people.
Just grab a chair. Just. Well, hi, ladies and gentlemen. The Chinibyo review. It's in limbo. I'll review it when I get to it. It's hard for me to write about it when I don't actually want to do it, and what gave me the perfect excuse is when my computer got a virus and I had to reset the whole dang thing. So then it disappeared and it's no longer saved anywhere, so I have the excuse not to do it. And I already had this script lying around, and this show is something I'm actually into. So we're going to be reviewing Monthly Girls Nozaki. Apparently she doesn't remember the name.
I don't.
Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is an anime based on a comedy manga that came out in 2011, which got turned into this anime in 2014. Its charm came from its shoujo-looking characters with seinen comedy without fan service and only character jokes. So, let's dive into the story.
The story starts off with our main character Chio confessing her love to Nozaki but misunderstands and thinks she wants an autograph. And since she's in the art club, he wants her to help him with his manga. Add a little more characters with unique personalities, and then the show lets the hilarity ensue. It's a pretty simple story, but again, most of the show is comedy, so yes, it has a read the manga ending.
Our main character is Chio. She's an average high school girl and she loves Nozaki, but that doesn't mean she can't be sarcastic or criticize people. Nozaki is a mangaka that makes shoujo manga monthly for a living. He is tall and looks very cold, but he isn't, really. Most of the comic comes from his decisions and his dedication to his manga. Also, a male who is writing a girl series and doing well doesn't notice Chio likes him. But it's a joke. Next is Makoshiba. He is a popular guy who sucks at being popular. He says the most embarrassing things when he tries to act like a cool guy, and then regrets it immediately afterwards. He is also very shy in general, and he is also the basis for the main character Nozaki-kun's manga, which, by the way, is a girl. Next is Hori. He is an upperclassman in the drama club, and he is honestly a good actor, but he can't get lead roles because of his height. So he just directs and creates backgrounds. His connection to Nozaki and the whole point of the show that keeps him relevant, besides the funny gags that they do, is that he does the backgrounds of Nozaki-kun's manga exchange for scripts for the next character, Kashima, to do. Next is Kashima. She looks exactly like a good-looking guy and is popular with the ladies for saying very embarrassing things like this.
Oh my, is that some new shampoo?
It is. You like it?
Oh yeah. In fact, I almost mistook you for a fancy little rose fairy.
And it happens to be what girls want to hear. She is in love with Hori and doesn't mind his tsundere abuse. Matsu is an underclassman to the rest of the guys. The girls he's the same age with. He is on the basketball team and an insomniac. But when he's introduced to the angelic voice off of a tape from Nozaki, he can start sleeping again. But the person with the singing voice happens to be the person who causes him the most stress. Which segues us into our next character, Sayo. She is the pride of the Glee Club because of her angelic voice, but is completely oblivious to other people's feelings. She'd say stuff like this.
Well, it really suits you. And you know what? It actually looks just like the purse this old creepy guy in my neighborhood has. He's such a freak. What's wrong with you?
Oh, shut up! See?
Why would she say that?
Yeah, it's like that. But the best part is that she thinks she's a people person. So that's all the characters that need mentioning. Next is animation. The animation is by Dobukobo, an older animation studio that just got popular around 2014-2013. They're responsible for Plastic Memories, good show, Himoto Umaru-chan, good show, and the airing dubbed and subbed 3 Leaves 3 Colors. The show's animation is pretty good. Scratch that. It's really good. For a slice of life comedy, they didn't have to do some of this. Also, fun fact, this is one of the shows that put Dobukobo on the map. The music is done by Yukari Hashimoto, who has done Toradora, Golden Time, and some sound effects for Dragon Ball Z, but who cares? So after calculating story, characters, animation, my own personal enjoyment, sound, and what's that other thing? Rewatchability, I give Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun an 8.8 out of 10. What do you give it?
A 7.
A 7. Okay. How? Why? Okay. You know what? I'm done. My recommendations, my other recommendation for it would be to buy it. Would you recommend buying it or streaming it? Streaming it, and then my recommendations would be or a high school host club for its type of pretty boys, and then also being a comedy. I haven't finished it personally, but she has, and a few other people I know have, and they've said it's a great show. I haven't gotten there, so I can't have any opinion about it. Yeah, I haven't asked that guy about it, so I liked a little bit of what I watched, so I think it's fine. It's basically a blind recommendation, but other people say it's good, and I know some guys that are saying it's good too. And my other recommendation is Defrag for its type of comedy, because it's wacky, it's school, and it has a bunch of crazy characters, and the sarcasm or the pointing out the flaws and what's going on is great. Basically, the main character of that show would be great at CinemaSins. What are your recommendations?
I would think Bobby and Tess for how do you think the characters will be changed. And the comedy, it's really funny. And yeah, I enjoy the show. And also, Good Luck Girl. The characters are hilarious, and really make me laugh in this
Alright, and the positives are everything but the last episodes. Wouldn't you agree?
That's why it's a 7.
Okay, that's actually kind of lazy. I'll go a little deeper. The comedy is suggestive, so if I like it, you may not have the same sense of comedy. So if you don't like a character humor and some dry humor, you won't like. You won't like the show probably. I could be wrong. I have been before. Astricor. And that's about all we have to say. So that is our review on Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and the next review will be the last in the romance marathon and the last review that I've actually planned. I already have a script pre-written, so it actually won't be taking that long, but I'm rewatching it so I can actually refresh my memory. She's gonna be here. And then after that, I'll just be reviewing shows that come to mind, like, oh man, I want to watch this. Let me just write a review about it when I'm done. I actually had to avoid watching a bunch of romance comedies last night just because I didn't want to taint my thoughts on this, because I had to rewrite some stuff because this one decided to join. And see you next time, preferably next week, because I'm going to be gone for about a whole week after that, so preferably next week. 2 weeks? We're going to be gone for 2 weeks? Isn't it 10 days? That's a week and 3 days.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, and anyways, it is inaccurate when this review is coming out. Because this review... Wait. Because that sounds like what you're saying, though. I mean, like...
Plus the flight, it'll probably take like around 11 days. Plus the flight hours.
So that's still not 14, so it's still under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if we're rounding, it's still 1 week. Stop. Stop bending.
Just hit me with it.
Because you're bending it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, have a good whatever, and